Hi, I'm Sol, and I'm going to be attempting to do the first negative constructive that I wasn't prepared to do. So, they have their significance claim that more than 11 million unauthorized immigrants live in the US, and that makes up only 3% of our population. So if we look at 3% of the population and what we're actually going to spend this on, this is going to cost us $6.3 trillion over the next 50 years. Now they're trying to do they're trying to give us this thing in order to give immigrants a path to citizenship. So what they do, like he's talking about, there's a merit-based system. So what they're going to do is give out between 120,000 and 250,000 visas that will be allocated each year based on the point system. The visa cap would fluctuate using a formula that takes into account the number of visas requested the previous year, the unemployment rate. Okay, so let's just say we give out the maximum 250,000 visas a year, and there's 11 million people. That's going to take us, I think it's about 40 years to give all those people visas. Now there's a cap on when you can actually apply for this. It says you have to be under the age of 30, which is why it's actually not going to keep families together. It's going to be breaking more families apart. You have adults over here over the age of 30 sending money back to their families. They plan on reuniting their families. Now we're putting a cap on it saying, you have until this date to get across the border, get with your family, and get a chance to get in the country. It's not going to work. So he also talks about China. We have low wages and immigrants are using those jobs. Immigrants aren't taking those jobs. That's a one instance case. Congress considers immigrants reports. Experts across the political spectrum say American jobs are safe. That immigrants take the jobs of American-born citizens is something that virtually no learned person believes in, according to Alex Norwich, an immigrant expert at the Libertarian Cato Institute. It's sort of a silly thing, he continues. Most economists don't find immigrants driving down wages or jobs. The Brookings Institute. Michael Greenstone and Adam Looney wrote in May, in fact, on average, immigrant workers increase the opportunities and incomes of Americans. They write foreign-born workers don't affect the employment rate positively or negatively, according to a 2011 census from the Conservative American Enterprise Institute. And a study released Wednesday by the Liberal Center for Job America's Progress suggests that granting legal status to undocumented workers might even create jobs. So we're not losing those jobs, and the physical ones that he's talking about, we're having even less physical jobs. When it was 1960, we had about 50% labor jobs. Now it's about 20% labor jobs. So if we're worried about protecting those, the non-labor jobs, we can all already outsource. If you go on a website like Fiverr.com or Odesk, you can go get all your non-physical labor jobs done for less than $2 an hour. Like personally, I pay for data collection for $1.75 an hour to India. This isn't going to stop us from outsourcing our work. Finally, it's not going to solve any issues of economics that we're spending on these people. We already have laws against giving undocumented immigrants private health care. We don't allow them to do that. We also say it's illegal for immigrants to receive Social Security. So anyway, we're sending out that. We already have presumptive laws, we just need to enforce them. Putting a new law out there isn't going to help. And finally, if you look at the schools, we're not hiring new teachers. We don't have the budget for that. So assuming that people going into those schools is going to cost more is ridiculous. If all the work is already done by salaried staff, then all the jobs are already paid for.